Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So today in front of us we have a Mercedes SL500 and it has been off the road for many years, and we've got most of it ready to go, recommissioning it, roof faults, all sorts of shit. But there is one major issue that needs rectifying, and I don't know if that pool is giving you an idea of what it is, but it's got a fuel leak, and in this video I'm going to try and sort that out. So let's go and have a look at where the fuck it's leaking from. And if we look at where it's landing and then we go back to the source, then we can see that it is happily going all over the exhaust, all over the drive shaft, and the leak, hold on, yes, there's some fuel pipes behind that drive shaft which you can't even fucking see, but if I put that up there, then you can get an idea of where it's leaking from. So the bottom of the fuel tank comes out on the top of that drive shaft, and there's a little pipe on it, and it's fucked. So that's what this video is. I'm going to try and fix that leak, and to do that I need to get this drive shaft something like out the way. So first I'm going to disconnect it at this end, and there is a number of them E14 bolts around it. You can use a normal spanner on them if you want. I can't remember what size, but there is one that will fit, probably about a 14. But yeah, I need to undo them all the way around, and then it might drop down, but it probably won't. I'll probably have to take it out from this end as well. So as you can see now, I've put jacks under it here and here, and axle stands and everything. Not sketchy at all, because I need to be able to turn this wheel, so I need to be able to jack it up so that both wheels have not got weight on them, so that I can actually turn it. Otherwise I've got to take it out of park. So yeah, I'm going to take these bolts out and then hope for the best. And these bolts are in fact quite tight actually. But with them all carefully removed, I'm expecting just to be able to hold this shaft and just pull it off like so. And then that actually gives me hardly any room at all. We can see more of the pipes. I might be able to just about get my hand to them. Let's see if I can do that without taking it all off. Oh my god, that pipe I'm touching there is just turning to dust. I understand that nobody's probably going to watch this video because there isn't that many of these cars, so no one's going to watch it to find out how to do this job. But I just thought I'd post it to document a struggle. And looking at this, I mean, if you're watching this, I did survive. Let's see what I can do with this shitter. And so it appears I'm going to have to take the drive shaft fully out, which means I'm going to have to take this wheel off, which, as you can see, I've taken the bolts out, but it's not coming off. So I need to gently give it some encouragement. Yes. Hit it! And then with that removed, we're still no closer. And so now I need to take this out, which is a 30mm. So I've got, yes. And then that is obviously just going to push out with my fingers, not like that. And what I'd do now to try and get that out is, I'd get my air hammer on it, but I haven't got air here, so I can't do that. So I'm going to have to use a drift and an hammer and do it the manual way. Yes. Now with that nice and free in there, I need to pull this out enough to give me the room to actually take the shitter out. So I'm hoping that if I undo that one there and that one there, then I'll be able to pull this out enough to get that drive shaft, axle out. So I'm just going to take them off and then see where that leaves me, to be honest with you. And now I've got both of those removed, and I've got a jack underneath the wishbone to stop it from flying down under the pressure of the spring, and I'm hoping that I can pull this off. Yes. And I need more movement than that, I think. So let's try taking this top one off next. And of course, it is now pissing down, which is just wonderful. And so now, that one is removed, that one is removed, and that one is removed. And What I've done is I've tried to only remove ones that don't affect the tracking. They're not adjustable. So when I put it back together, it doesn't go down the road sideways. So let's see if I can get the shitter out. And can I fuck? Because it seems that it will just about not go far enough. And I think it's because of this brake caliper. Let's get that out of the way and then try again. Yes. That's made a small part of difference, which might help. It didn't help. I had to take this one out, which was a bit of a dick actually. So now I've got that out. Now I am hoping that the drive shaft will come out and then I can actually do the job I set out to fucking do in the first place. Yes. 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 And that was a bit of a ball ache, to be honest with you. But now at least I can actually get to this, which I'm probably just going to do off camera. Which, as you can see, I have now done. So now I need to put everything back together, which I'm just going to do off camera as well, because it's pissing down. It's not going to show much. No one really wants to see me struggling underneath a car that not many people have got anymore. And this video is more of an advertisement to say do well at school so you can pay some other dumb bastard to do this for you instead of doing it yourself, rather than how to do it. Anyway, I'll come back when it's all back together. Yes, we are all back together and complete, and now there's just a case of delicately and carefully putting the tools away for another day's struggle. So that's probably a waste of time if anyone has actually watched it, but that is changing a fuel pipe, which are a bit of a twat to get to in the fucking rain, or an old SL500. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual shit. I'll see you next time.